groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else, someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think, couldn't focus.
Tehát akkor bedrogoztak minket?
There were only empty sheets of paper here. No manuscript pages.
Nincs, csak üres lap. Ne rángassuk a kamerát, kösz. Hello?
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah, I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message, loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
Aha, tehát most
This
sétafikálunk
corridor is for patients.
Dokival.
Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course.
Hol vagyunk? Ezek rólunk rajzik.
I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Igen,
Splendid,
ugye?
Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together.
Ilyen ting.
This way, Alan.
Várjál már. De nem tudok volna. Igen. Medve. Anderson. Átú.
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot.
Hello, most
So I
rég.
went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
Lehet kapni, majd mindjárt
It's all in your
szerzünk
head.
is.
You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind
Értem.
trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
Jó, tehát meghalt a feleségünk, aztán haluzunk össze-vissza. Igen, egy picikét. Két megérezte. Egy óra. És akkor most hol vagyunk?
I never get tired of this view.
Nagyon inspiráló.
Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me. Alan, what I'm telling you is good
Ez
news.
egy elmegyógyás
Right now we're
intézet?
in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession.
Mi?
Imagination is what you work with.
Értem.
After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well?
Ahhoz
It's very
képest
natural
ez
for
egy
you to
rohadt
think
jó
of
hely.
me as your enemy. It's part of the
I
illness.
let him talk.
After all,
Hartman
I'm the one
obviously
trying
loved
to
his
bring
own
you
voice.
out of the
Pofázol
His
world
vele.
words
you've
echoed
constructed for
madly
yourself.
inside my head.
But I
I
can't
dug my
do it
nails
by
into the
myself,
palms of my
no.
hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me. Once you accept that, we can
Bocsánat.
begin the journey towards your recovery. Come along. Let's go inside.
Hartmannek? Hartman ajánlotta a feleségünk, hogy elvisz hozzá, és mert hogy ő ilyen betegséggel foglalkozik, meg talán írókkal is, de mi ugye nem akartunk elmenni, de az ő könyve az a kocsi csomagtartójában volt. Szia, Lilu! Oha!
Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love
Megvadult
to
elmé.
hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Nagyon wonderful.
Scary, scary, scary.
Befogod? Leüsselek?
Emerson,
Mondjuk arcmimikát nem csináltak neki. Igen.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
please, Emerson.
Hát én
Mr.
futnék.
Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared.
TZ az a... Igen, ez az elmegyógyi. Valószínűleg. A TZ az egy írócsávó, akivel még mindig nem tudom, hogy jön a képbe. De ugye van az a fekete ruhás banya, akit mi csak azt hiszem valamilyen Barbarának hívunk. És ez a Barbara együtt volt a TZ-vel, de a csávó fixen meghalt, mert olyan, mint hogyha a Barbara becsavarodott volna, és mindenhol a csávót hallotta volna, vagy hogy
But you can't just decide what kind of dream you
kommunikál
have
vele
when you
valahogy.
have it.
Emerson,
Okay. Sorry. Boo.
that's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on video
Elbow strike.
games.
Ooh,
It's
yeah.
trash, of
Egyszer
course,
az
but
ember.
it does involve
Get
some
'em to the head.
small creative effort, which makes
Jó
him
ki van.
receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
Igen. Aztán a tévéadás alapján valami olyasmi volt logikus, hogy elkezdte olvasni Ellen ezeket a könyveket, és hogy nagyon jónak találta, és abból szedte ezeket, hogy bujkálni kell a sötétben, meg tököm tudja micsoda, meg hogy a feleségét a főszereplőnek elrabolták.
This way.
Hű, genya.
Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Értem.
My
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh,
Meg
what a
gumikalapácsa van.
storm.
Nem hiszem el.
I hope it wipes
Ott
this
van Nice
place off the
Springs.
face of
Mennyit
the
nem?
earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers.
ez egy
Odin
társas
and Thor.
játék.
They had a, how should I put this?
Folyton
A
ez van a
heavy metal
tévéadásuk
band in
elején.
the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods.
Ja, meg akkor
After the band
műsoros.
broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm
Tetszik az a
afraid that
kalapács.
the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
Oh, that won't do.
Ajaj.
I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
Hittem.
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Dick.
Say, you're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
Hä?
My head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Térjük vissza szobámba.
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He too had a way with words.
Ez volt Thomas Zane írása és támogatása. Oké.
Tom, got any booze
Hey.
on you?
Tom's just lost is all. Baba,
Aha, itt is egy termoszos kávé.
Yeah, good thing he's not overreacting or anything.
Lehet menni?
I may need a hand here later on, Birch. The storm's bound to make you-know-who jumpy. You know how they get.
Gotcha.
The doors were
Doc's got me
locked.
looking after
Hartman
Wade
and the
here,
nurses
but
would have
I'll
keys,
figure out
but there was no way to get my hands on them.
Oké.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
Jó van, tudom, hol van a szobám.
So you can't wake up because
Fent van
I'm
egy
in
termoszos
charge
kávé.
now and
Ha akarok menni. Vagy csak ott lehet felmenni.
so they can say they made a
mi
contribution
van?
and then we end up
Aha.
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Okay.
Kösz.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. Dr. Hartman likes them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me.
Hartman
he says
wanted
I'm
me to
getting
write.
much better.
I knew I couldn't,
I think
but
I'm
I figured I
getting
should
better.
just play along for now. It was the only thing I could do with Nurse
Ezek
Birch
mi
watching me
vagyunk?
like a hawk.
Well, I guess I'd better start wrapping this up. The storm is almost here.
Hát elég szar. Arra
I'd
úgy már.
hate to be out there tonight.
Mióta nézek úgy ki, he? Szerintem ez egy olyan arckép amúgy. De egyébként nagyon jó. Tetszik. Na.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think. There's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Oké. Teljesen logikus. Kávé. És ezeket... Én nem értem,
Hartman had
miért
mentioned that
látjuk.
the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
Nagyon jó. Night Springs egy videójáték. Tehát nem egy tévéműsor. Death Rally. És ez... Ki ez? Emerson. Lane. Ja, ő fest. Aha. Jösszök.
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Idegbe jöttünk.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
Aha.
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Hammer's up. Here's a friendly poke from Mjolnir, witch.
Oh, afraid of the crazy.
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practice hand on Barry's shoulder.
Brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we? Well, things are
Sinclair looked
running
bad.
fast, aren't
That wasn't
they?
a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. And if she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
Come out and face the music, Birch. It's time to pay the piper.
Maybe you could come out and beat our wrinkled adult diapered
Szia,
ass
van ördög.
since you're so tough. Bert.
Hello.
The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along.
Nem, szerintem te csak hülye vagy.
Let me out of here! Hartman, do you hear me? I'm gonna stew your crazy quack ass to shreds! Seriously! Do you have any idea how much
What a-
trouble you're in?
Barry?
Ow! About time!
Barry! Man, am I glad to see you.
Várjál, jövök.
We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much.
Tehát akkor az valóság volt, hogy Rose-nál ott.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Nem értem.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Ajaj.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
Mi? De az, hogy mosolyog, vagy normális ember. Na, lehetne, hogy...
The dark presence would be on me in a moment. I had to find a way out.
Nincs lámpám? Nice. De nehogy szóljál, hogy figyelj. Arra megyünk, értem. Áu! Arra sem megyünk.
I needed light to get the possessed bookshelves out of my way.
Aha. Mit csináljak? Most akkor ez a doktor bácsi kihasznált minket? Mit rontottam el? Jó, nagyon jó. Átpaszált. Jaj, jaj. Igen. Elolvassuk.
Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach.
Me.
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front, and he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
Érti? Ez meg nem is nézi a tévé. Mustang Drift.
Want access to thousands of applications? Verizon Wireless has you covered. Check out the latest games. Discover new music and old favorites. social networking, sports scores, news. It's all at your fingertips. No matter what you're into, Verizon Wireless can satisfy your never-ending appetite for apps. Check out VCast apps and load up your phone.
Hol más vagy? Menjek. Au. Kösz. Gyere már ide. Mi? Még megbánt. Ha? Itt van Barry. Meg egy termosz. Várjál, tesó, fel kell venni. Hol van, várj már. Köszök.
I'm over here!
Tudom.
I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there!
Barry, I don't have a light.
Faszért
Take
kellett
this,
oda mennem.
Al!
Ja, jó.
Oh, God! Look at the house, Al! Look out!
Az a nyoltokat. Ja. Hol lesz nekem egy is.
Oh, jeez, Al! The house looks bad! Let's get out of here!
Hol van már? Megyek. Ó, még izé van.
Al, hurry up! I can hear those evil guys moving
Megyek.
around!
Egyébként, ja. Nekem sem tetszett, hülye állat. Tehát, hogy nekem sem tetszett ez a játék, csak egy idő után idegesített. Ne bíz, Emily mi? Emilben. Jó. Így őszinte az nem tudom ki.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-side stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
Aha.
Al, be careful! I can see them moving around! They're coming for you!
Jó! Az anyátok. Faszán. Na. De basszus, végig nyomom a rohadt shiftet egyébként. Ó. Ha nem rage-eltem volna, ez a hang most nagyon... Dick, hát nem hiszem el. Ah, köszönöd el amúgy. Hello, szia, Mizu. Mi? Bocsánat is tűnt. Rohadékok. ezt utálom, hogy hiába nyomom azt a redbe shiftet, nem csinál semmi. Itt egy lap amúgy, nincs itt egy lap. Na. Persze én is hallom. Az, apád. Tudtam, hogy ez lesz az olyan. Manci állvány. Na de cuki vagy, köszi a giftet. Asinak. Ugye? Én flashelgetek. Hogy igazából nem segít, hogy más is látja. Itt nem az, hogy nem segít. Csak hogy így nem nyugtat meg. Legalább tudnám, hogy bolond vagyok. Csak így szimplán. Bakker. Mit adnak? Akkor erre mit adnak? Semmi? Jaj, de jó hangzik. Mi a kotta? Ez ki a jó Isten? Értem. Mi? Köcsög madár. Jaj, de közel vagy. Semmi baj, hogy rájuk világítottam. Nem baj. Hívkodjátok már le. Bocsánat. Mit csináltam ma? Semmit. Dolgoztam. Ettem. Kicsit mikor így 3-kor elment a net az irodában, akkor reméltem, hogy nem jön vissza, és akkor elkezdhetem előbb a streamet, de visszajött. De megmondom 4 előtt, hogy sem vannak, úgyse nem vagytok sokan otthon. Jaj, nem azt akartam, de ezt úgy utálom, hogy ilyenkor. Kicserélik arra a fegyót. Szóval feleslegesen előttem. Na, megint rohangálok az erdőbe. Szarok elől. Az bár itt majd fél év múlva esetleg megtalálom. Csaka.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made.
Aha. Jaj, nem ezzel kéne menni. Ezt nem tudom megtölteni. Ezt viszont de. Na. Nincsen elem, úgyhogy... Illetve csak egy van. Remélem nem jön több madárka. Összetja. Most akkor néha segíteni akar, néha nem akar.
For the moment, Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay, okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded.
No, jó. Semmi nincs. Nice try. Lehet fentebb kéne mennem ennek a hangját, mert így nem túl creepy.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bull-headed, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he had had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
Szóval a bátyja kihasználja a megzavarodott tehetségeket. Szóval az Barry.
Al! You're alive!
Igen.
Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry!
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and
Mondhatni,
the key kind of loose in the lock, so,
Barry!
I'll find it, don't worry about it!
Ó, öcsi. Az ki?
Hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it! I'm on it!
Mi baj, nem látom.
Gotta be here! Just hang on, Al!
Ne! Beszorulós fos.
Hurry up, Barry! I'm on it!
Ő nem ássza itt. Mi? Na, állj le! Dob már el!
Oh, hey, I found a quarter!
Miért nem töltötted vissza? Eddig mi az anyádat csináltál? Jókodjátok le. Dobd el.
I found it! I found it! Ah, no, wait, that's a twig!
Barry, agyon foglak lőni. Mondom.
Here it is! Al, I found the key!
Haha! Menj már! A kapuból! Mászós csövesgettem. Azt a redvás kartonfigurát miért van mindig Barry mellett, közelében, ilyenek?
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna...
Szolárium ágyat. Hát nem tudom. Biztos nem szeret egyedül lenni, aztán... Volt fasz.
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest...
But maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can... Al, No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this.
Megkérdezzem, hogy miért nem mutatnak neki bizonyítékot arra, hogy a csaj meghal?
It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. We just need to find it.
Look out!
Miért tőlük autó olyan? Te vezetsz. Vagy így nem tudom, ha meglököd a kocsiban, nem? Hiszem, hogy sokat érünk fel. Nem mondunk semmit, mert gecik vagyunk.
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Akkor válaszolja neki,
Barry! Oh man, you're okay! Jesus,
de Barry vezetett, azért mondom.
I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way. Man, what a drop! Don't worry, your cutout is fine. Forget that. Are you okay? I hit some bushes, didn't
Ezt így, hogy meglötte, még ő is elbaszta, azt nem figyelt a kormányra.
Al, there's something moving down here! Barry, it's a taken! Use the flare, Barry!
Push, Barry!
Yeah! Barry, are you alright? I'm good, Al! I'm great! Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh? You're gonna have to find your way around to the farm, Al! I'll be waiting! Barry, just wait for me, okay? Al, I'm not staying here! It's suicide! I'm going to the farm! I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area. You can catch up. Don't worry about it. I'm on the case.
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
Történik. Azeg. Menjél már. Nem már visszafele menni. Nézd meg! Na. Kell csapoljunk. Nem, csak eddig azt hitte, hogy leesik. Pedig közel nem volt olyan. Az milyen jó. Most már erre mennyi? Erre kéne? Jó, egy picit várjál. Nem vár, bazd meg. Hát ez hülye. Nyomod. Nyom meg. Anyád, fasza. Köszi. Tetszett. Kézirat,
When
az
he stopped
fontos.
the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
Most várjátok ki, ez a Walter. Azért, hogy fel tudjak menni egy lapot, így kibasztoktok vele. Nem azért. Na, ezt hogy fogom én gyűlölni, te jó Isten. Meg kellett hagynom már.
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through. I hoped there'd still be a working generator somewhere around here to power up the old lights by the gate. Agent Nightingale stared at the passed-out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest.
De nem érte. Gondolom én. Van itt valami jó? Nincs. Jussunk el a farmerra.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Ne, víz, senki. Van, ne bízok senkiben a sötétben. Csak kint ordibálnak, mert miért ne? Bocsa, halacik. Nincs itt lófasz se. Jó. Igen, és mi a fasz csinálok fegyver nélkül, úgy őszintén megkérdezném. A lónak a büdös fasza. Húgazz meg. De szoppassatok már. Hívkodjátok le. Te is. Ugye a békét. Itt dobáljatok. Bék. Igen. Nagyon jók.
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
Hát, vagy nem. Ugye? Aha, még egy. Aha, nagyon jó. Pikus zseblámpa. Mondjuk ez nem jelent jót. Hogy őszinte legyek.
The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
Mi? Miért? Nem akarok.
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
Teljesen értem.
I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path.
Honnan szedted?
The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free.
Jó. A redvás csapdáid. Mi? Kapjad be! Ja, poén, hogy nincsen semmi. Ha megint nyakon dobsz azzal a fosoddal, megütlek. Kösz, eddig volt fényed.
The storm raged on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow, knowing that this time they wouldn't return. The darkness around them seethed with horrors, but Tor and Odin were unafraid. Their eyes glinted with guile. They knew every secret path, and there was blood on their hands.
Szóval az Anderson testvérek az a kettő gumikalapácsos sávó. Ha minden igaz. Na, megyed.
Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
Ja. Igen. Jó fele jövök. Hülye! Majdnem beleugrott. Beszívhatnád a dobálásra. Jaj. Mellé ment. Nincs élő szarom. Rohagyj meg. Ah. De ez bazd meg, hogy ilyenkor nem dodge-ol. Persze most meg jussak el újra. Mindegy. És ha nem megyek bele, hát nem jön senki. Igen, mert ezt rohadtul utálom. Ezt is utálom ebben a játékban. Na, hát. Hogy figyeljek 50 000 millió irányba? Akkor ne találd el. De te dobáljál meg nyugodtan. Retkes szoroddal. Vagytok cselezve.
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
Azért már ez emberi.
Hello? Anybody here? Barry!
No! Danny, you're not! Please! What are you? No! Don't! I'm sorry!
Ó, rányomtam a nyomozt, abban maradtam.
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. But my buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him.
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who'll help me. I'll make it happen.
Animals are intense.
Let me guess. Danny, huh? The front door was locked.
Na. Szóval most akkor meg vagyunk bolondulva, ezért beleírtuk magunkat a történetbe. Így lettünk mi főszereplők. Én már nem értem. Na.
I could climb out through the broken window.
Ja, jó van. Másza.
The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast.
Tudtam én, hogy itt van valami.
For a moment, Hartman considered strangling the idiot. Mott was mean-spirited, but easily manipulated, an emotional infant who lived for his approval. Wake, by contrast, was a far more difficult subject. Mott had given him too much leash. In 2 days, who knew what could happen? Hartman would have to find a way to rein him in, and quickly.
Aha. Na, ez a kocsi jó lesz? Jó.
If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry.
Itt leugratok, az kész. Kávé az kávé. Kellene töltenem a fegyón. Normális van. Jaj. Várjál. Ott hogy? Igen. Szerintem itt csak gyalog tudok menni. Oh god. Hülye vagy? Hagyjuk már, hogy nyugtál ide. Jó. Pika.
away from my door!
Na. És kávé?
I'd known the brothers used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Húzzom tetszik.
Ow! Run! Incoming! There's too many of them! God damn.
Fekvés.
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson.
Shut up and shoot!
Al! We have to fight them off! I can set off more of the fireworks from here and help you out! Hey, Al! Did you notice there's a lot of ammo and stuff around? This place is stopped! Al, hold on! I'm trying to get the stage lights on!
Nyádat dobálj.
Yes! Here we go!
Ez a nagy bácsi!
Very well to the rescue! Oh, damn it! Goddamn turn of the century wiring! Hang on, Al! I'll get them working again, I promise!
Jó lenne. Na, vagy...
Yes! Al! Stay in the light!
Igen, és...
No, no, no! Why do you keep doing this to me? Do it for Barry, please, please, please!
Vagy majd... Na, ez már megint dobál. Azt mondom.
Please don't let me die here. Although if I buy it, this is pretty much how I always wanted to go out. Rock and roll! Woo! Al, this may be the most awesome moment of our entire lives!
They are trying to kill us. That's the high point of my life? Really?
Children of the Elder God! Enjoy it! God damn it! Oh.
Ne!
There! Back in the game! Yes! Oh! Can I do this?
Mi? Eltűntek. Most igen. Durci volt.
That was awesome!
Bright Falls, rock and roll capital of America.
Hey, Al! This way to the farm!
Hol már?
Deputy Mulligan tuned Thornton's chatter out. He didn't think riders were particularly useful people, and a huge manhunt for one struck him as idiotic. Certainly not worth the missed opportunity for coffee and pie. It wasn't even clear what the man had done, except run from them at the trailer park. Mulligan knew he wasn't alone. The sheriff's patience with the Fed was running out.
Mi van?
See, bestseller, no reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right where I
Ott
left
van a
it.
figuránk.
I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time.
Hey, I think Alan Wake here has something to say. What's that, Al?
Ooh, I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long. I'm always intense and moody. It makes me very attractive and mysterious. Right now, I'm just standing here because I
fogtad,
need my
Barry?
best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay.
Wow!
Ez.
You look at that thing, Al! They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they?
Mindjárt leszakad.
Look at all this stuff. They must...
Aha.
Sleep. We all spend a third of our dreams in its soft embrace, somewhere between fantasy and
Hey,
oblivion.
remember when I got you that gig? Your first real writing job, what got you started? Was this one of your episodes?
In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Dream of Dreams.
That's by someone else.
Only to be brought to a sudden stop by a decidedly mundane situation. A long line of people.
Hey, Jones, right? Listen, we're gonna have to wait until his highness over there is good and ready. Oh, wow. Who's that? You don't know him? What are you, new? He's the guy dreaming us. Well, not just us. He dreams everything. All of this.
Szóval jól értettem, volt egy ilyen Nights akármilyenes munkánk?
It's 1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic, the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake. The Andersons feel like gods. Odin can't stop laughing. He contemplates cutting his eye out. Tor runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning. Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back. The Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
I'm a dream. You're a dream. The weirdo in the diving suit is a dream. And the girl who smiles in sunshine is definitely... I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming this. Well, maybe you're a really confused dream. What am I, a shrink? All I know is I'm going with the smart guys. And that's...
Whoa! Good going, Al!
Kösz. Bazd meg.
It's an alarm clock. Oh, it's you, isn't it? Please, man, I got a wife and kids. Please, don't.
Crops is hard work.
Jaj, ne.
I think we can make it through here, Al!
Mi? Az anyád fasza.
More of you?
Nem tetszik ez nekem. Ne. Oj.
Through here, Al!
Bazd meg akkor. Akkor szaladgálja. Öcsöd már. Jó. Van a bőri. Szavasz.
Wow! Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single. Be careful, Al!
Hol van, amikor the band?
I'm good. Keep your eyes open, okay?
Skámi. Jó vagyok. Mindjárt kinyitom.
As you regular listeners know, I tend to work through the night, but I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here, isn't it? I bet that keeps you in business.
Pretty busy, yeah. Actually, Pat, we've been real busy with other stuff, which concerns an ongoing investigation. Can't talk about that.
I could see the building that had to be the Andersons' home on the other side of the field. It wasn't far now. I I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
Ja, jó. Jó.
Kidding me.
Jaj, nem jót nyomtam. Ezt rájöttem. Jó tudnék, azt nem tudtam. Okay. Most mi? Erre kell, nem erre kell jönni. Jó nagy hely ez. Pedig arra kéne. Valhalla. Sem ki a siló ajtaját beerni.
Al? Is that you out there, buddy?
Yeah, it's me. Hang on.
Hey, let's go, man. I think we're gonna have to work together to open this gate, Al. Looks pretty heavy. Ah! Hey, I think that's the farm on the other side of the field. We're almost there. This farm is a crazy place for crazy people.
We should feel right at home then.
Mondjuk igen.
Come on, one more gate. Let's do this thing.
Az egy őrész. Vagy mi? Az öreg zenészek tudják az igazat. Milyen jó.
The lights are out. I guess we better check the fuse box.
The power downstairs was out, but I was sure I could fix that at the fuse box.
Ez hol? Ja? Vagy mi kb? Ennyi?
You know, this place looks kind of lived in. I thought the Andersons were in the booby hatch.
Again, Alice's screams rang in the stillness of the night. I saw myself run toward the cabin, flashlight in my hand. I followed my past self. I was an out-of-body observer, a time traveler in a crazy drunken dream. This was the beginning. The night Alice had disappeared. The mystery of what had happened during the missing week was about to reveal itself.
Aha. Mindig, mintha valaki folyton lélegezne az arcomba.
Can you hear that, Al? Music?
Of course. We need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talked about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Lady of the Light? Oh, that's gotta be what's-her-face, the crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right! Must be. The record's probably just a little dusty, Al. Give it a little thump. I want to hear this song.
Okay.
We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry, this is... Yeah, what the hell?
No, seriously, because I know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? Even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, goddammit.
Correct.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year.
And
they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What? What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I know, Al. I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
Menjek a faházhoz.
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming.
It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened. I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off. I remembered thinking, I caught a glimpse of her form underwater. sinking into the darkness. Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crash car and finding the first pages of the manuscript. Beyond this lost memory, there was nothing. I had to follow the footsteps of my past self to find out what had happened that night. I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me.
Alice!
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she...
Na, sorry.
Drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
Yes.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You'll laugh at the whole thing together and put it
Alice?
behind you. She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
No, no, no!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her.
Ah!
Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do.
Az jó.
You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
Jó, ez csak így megy.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her.
Mi? Ellen nagyon kész van.
Yes. All right. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back.
Adjál már?
No. I wrote it. I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobwebs she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story. to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish. To interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story and his light had been enough to set me free.
Ja, értem. Akkor Zane segít nekünk.
I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. We'll know I'm here. It will be back soon.
Akkor Zane-t is ő szopatta be?
It stole the skin of my warrior a long time ago. She looks so old.
De Barbara nem önmaga.
I had woken up, confused and groggy, my mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape.
Oh no.
The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious and fading fast. It had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night. I wrote it. It's my fault.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault and you're gonna pay for it.